Okay, Maria, I'm just about to play the theme song. I've got 15 seconds, and I'm going to put you in the board, and we'll chat in a second, okay? We're to turn the thing on. Need my headphones. Good morning and welcome to Monday's Special Blend for today, the 18th of December, 2023. We only have a few more shows left in the year. And joining me on the phone today, we have Maria. But before we go on... Yes, Maria, I forgot. I need to remind people that we are on the unceded traditional territory of the Algonquin Nation. And that we need to remember that they are the stewards of this land and have taken care of it for many generations and have lots of wisdom and knowledge for us to learn and remember every day. Good morning, Maria. Sorry about that.
For sure. Hey, if the sound of my voice makes you remember that, I'm fine. And good morning. And good morning to you. I miss being in the studio, but look forward to getting back at it probably some point in January. We'll see how quick my hip replacement heals.
Yeah, you have that in 2 days now?
2 days, so I've been frantically cleaning and organizing my place in order that everything is within that waist level so I don't have to bend down for the things that I need. And my sisters are going to come and take care of me, and I'm just looking forward to getting all this done and moving on with my life. I got dancing to do.
Yeah, I'm so happy to hear that you have some people coming over to help you out with that. I was just thinking, does she have anyone just going to come over in case you need something?
And plenty of help and many thanks to all the GoFundMe people that supported me. I'm almost at my goal, so many, many thanks.
That is wonderful.
If you want to encourage me, Maria at mariahawkins.ca, that's where you can find me. And if you've been through hip replacement, any helpful suggestions would be appreciated. But tell me, what's been going on with you, Nate?
Oh, we've been doing a lot of stuff. I haven't talked to you in 3-4 weeks now. Actually, the last time I spoke to you is the first episode of the video version of this show. Did you know that I started recording it on my camera?
Nice.
Yeah, so I cut out all of the copyrighted music and leave a link to the show so people can listen to it. And then about 3-4 weeks after the show airs live on the radio, I'm putting it in as a podcast on my YouTube channel so that I'll have a... It's not going to be a replacement, but it's like a supplemental, kind of like a behind-the-scenes video.
I like that. I like that, because then anybody that wants to catch up with the What's Nate Been Up To episode, it's my favorite segment in the show. What's Nate been up to now? You know? So to be able to have that, and I've been keeping track of your YouTube, and I see that you also have... you've been recording some fabulous live concerts that people can check out as well.
Actually, I played a little bit of one of them last week, the Tin Constellations live in concert at Redbird, but I got another one for you to hear. You remember, of course, Thursday Special Blends fundraiser at the Rainbow that unfortunately you didn't make it.
With Jeff LaRock, my favorite guy. He's super duper.
Well, I've got a couple of clips from that show for you to listen to.
Oh, fantastic.
You want to check it out? All right, here's
also,
CA.
I should mention that our CKCU fundraiser at the Rainbow had been such a tremendous success thanks to Jeff LaRock and to Ray Harris from Friday Night Truck Stop. And we did record that, and that's going to be airing as well.
Yes,
in my absence, while I'm not there, you're going to get to hear our CKCU stuff.
Hopefully I'll get
from our fundraiser.
We'll see if I actually get it published with that soon. Hopefully, yes. I've been trying to get Jeff's stuff done.
We long awaited Jesse Green. Sorry, folks. I know we promised, and there's been some lag time, but we'll get that happening. And then I'll be back.
That done.
Just like that.
I think it's done. I'll send you a link.
Are you going to play me a tune?
Well, I'm going to send you a link to Jesse Green later after the show. I'll check to make sure I've uploaded it, but I did edit it, and I wanted you to review it before we publish it, of course. Make sure that everything's good like
Just
that.
in case I ask dumb questions, you mean?
Well, I need another set of eyes on it to make sure I didn't make any mistakes and make sure that I cut it exactly like you wanted.
I'll make sure the audio's good, and
Yeah.
No problem. I can do that.
Yeah, so I'm going to play CA and Sonny from the Thursday Special Blend Fundraiser. They were the first show, and then I will talk to you again in a few minutes.
CKCU 93.1 FM.
Thanks, Riley. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Tick. Thanks, CKCU. Thanks.
Hey, Barb.
Hi.
Welcome. I'm doing well. We got Marie on the phone again.
Oh, good.
In case you'd like to hear this. This is a video that's available on my channel now. I just published it a couple of days ago. Sip of my coffee. So that was CA and Sonny, Kansas City, live at Thursday Special Blend Fundraiser at the Rainbow a few weeks ago. Oh, it's actually almost a few months ago now. And time is going by so fast.
That was great.
The guy.
What a great morning song.
Yeah, the sound guy gave me a recording, a link to the board, so I was able to record the audio even better for that one.
Awesome.
Yeah, I've been getting that a little bit lately. A little more.
Who's the sound man?
Rick, I believe his name is. I will have to double check.
We got to give a big shout out to Ottawa's Rainbow Bistro. It's on Murray Street at Perron in the Byward Market upstairs. And they are a blues, rock, you name it bar now. It started out as a blues bar. Long John Baldry played there. Amanda Marshall and I sang there. There are so many. Etta James, Coco Taylor. Anybody that came through Ottawa back in the day. I mean, I've been singing at the Rainbow for 38 years, and I can tell you, it was a hot spot. And the sound in that room is just so amazing when you can capture it, and that was really well done.
Oh yeah.
So kudos to Rick for that.
I got another recording from there. We'll play in a little bit, but it's been a really busy last few weeks. The National Gallery has been.
I know. Just the occasional text in 3 weeks. Like you've been, I'm watching you more on YouTube than anything else.
So did you see the interview with the people from the National Gallery from Christine Lamar?
Yes.
Oh,
well done.
That was fun.
Well done.
I was waiting in line to be able to chat with her. CBC was there, and APTN, and a few other TV stations.
I gotta get you a big plaque that you wear on your jacket. KCU Media.
That would be cool.
You know?
That'd be cool. Right now, I use the little button, the button that Chris is always giving out.
KCU pin. Yep.
I use one of those, and that kind of helps. And yeah.
I'm sure you can petition the board for something.
Well, oh, yeah, speaking of, I wasn't expecting what happened at the AGM there. I'm pleased about it, sure.
Surprise, I understand, at the AGM, Nate. What was that?
Well, they're like, oh, Nate, do you want to be on the board? I'm like, yes, I'll definitely be on the board. I'm super interested in this, in everything to do with the radio station.
You put in probably close to 80 hours a week for CKCU, so an invitation to go on the board, not really that surprising to me. Good work, my friend. Very good work.
It's a big responsibility, and I'm very pleased to be able to represent the station this way.
I think you'll handle it just fine.
Oh, yeah,
just
I think
fine.
so, too.
This is awesome.
I went to
Progress, moving on up. I'm going to get a new hip. You're going on the board.
I went to the first board meeting in person a week ago, and they had me. I'm now the secretary as well. So
I'm not surprised, since you do like to record.
Yeah. So that was. I'm like, they're saying if anyone would like to step up to the position, we really need it. And they're looking around the room, and nobody's saying anything. And I'm one of the only people that brought a laptop, and I'm like, well. Looks like it's me.
It looks like it's me. See, sometimes it's kismet, my friend. So what, do you have any other music you're going to play me from the
Well, I got a short one here that I wanted you to hear. Yesterday, or let's see, on Saturday. So Saturday was not yesterday. Saturday was the day before yesterday.
Correct. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Chris brought me to this Christmas sing-along that he does with a bunch of developmentally challenged adults and their families, and they had a Christmas sing-along concert. And I had just a little clip from it where, do you know Diya?
Chris White. We're talking about Chris White.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know the dog Diya that he brings around all the time?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, he brought Diya with him. And they sang, "How much is that dog in the window?" And you got to hear what Diya did. Here, I'll play it right now.
Go. Sounds like she's singing a whole verse to herself.
Yeah, you hear that? Let's hear it for Diya. Just like we practiced. Chris is joking. Oh, the people there absolutely loved her. She was so popular, and it made everyone laugh so much when it was about halfway through the song.
If people don't know the magic of Chris White, they really should look him up. He has been the anchor to Canadian Spaces on Saturday morning. Mm-hmm. That was started off so many years ago, and he took it on 13 Chopper passed 13 years ago, and Chris stepped up to the plate and continued Canadian Spaces every Saturday morning. It's grab a cup of your favorite warm beverage and sit and listen to 40 minutes of uninterrupted folk. I loved it right from the get-and-go.
Oh, I'm trying to remember the name.
He not only does that, he does so many community events all the time. He is another member, like I am, of Leadership Ottawa, who tries to do whatever they can to promote this city in positive and giving, caring ways. That's what Leadership Ottawa was all about. Mm-hmm. Many people graduated. Brenda McRae, former city councilors, assistant Donna Silver. There were so many people that came out of that program and have always worked hard for this city. And that's what makes Ottawa so great.
For sure. His co-host Carolyn Sutherland said at the live remote at News McGuire's a few weeks ago, and she said something, and I thought that has to be on a T-shirt. We have to get that on a T-shirt. She's like,
"All right, Mr. Board Member, what?"
It all started when Chris White had an idea. ...
Chris White, the folk festival, Ottawa Folk Festival.
Yeah.
So many programs, people, situations have developed through the wildly chaotic, beautiful mind of Chris White that we love so much.
Yeah. Speaking of T-shirts, we're working on I'm on the volunteer engagement committee, and I have been tasked with sourcing the textiles, so like the clothing and the idea, the things for revitalizing the CKCU merch. And one of my number one things that I'm going to make sure is that the people that are making the physical clothing, like the actual fabric and the sewing it together and stuff, I'm going to make sure they're sourced in Ottawa.
Right.
It's going to be hard, and it's going to make the merch a little bit more expensive than usual, but I believe that our listenership will really vibe with that and understand the value of having locally sourced goods.
I'm looking forward to seeing what the designs are. Is there a design competition coming up or anything, or?
I'm not too sure about that. I feel like a lot of
wow, there's so many students at Carleton that could submit.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Design concepts. Ooh, that would be so tasty.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out. I'm really focusing right now on the physical items themselves, like the shirts, the hoodies, whatever, and stuff.
Right.
I don't want them to be sourced in
design. That's
countries
awesome.
where they
Well,
have,
what else? And Graham?
I haven't spoken to him in a while. I think he's pretty busy because there's been a lot of exams lately. I think it's the end of terms or something like that.
That segment he did was awesome. I was really pleased with him bringing it to the plate like that for his first segment. And I miss our Barbara Gray.
Barb is here.
I miss her.
Oh, I'm sure.
Put her on.
No, she is doing something on her phone. Do you want to say hi to Maria for a second, Barb? All right, she's going to get her headphones here.
No, of course she doesn't. It's live. It's on air. Come on. I always throw things like that at her. I'm terrible for that, but she loves me anyway, thank God. And she along with so many others have wished me well in my journey here to
becoming a new
get back
person.
to full health.
So she's got her headphones on. She can hear you now.
Hey, Barb.
Hello, Maria. How are you?
Getting stronger by the day, getting ready for this surgery on Wednesday. The cornea transplant totally healed. I'm 20/20.
I think that's absolutely miraculous.
Miracle.
It's amazing. And
my Christmas miracle.
Congratulations. Yes. And it would be good for many others to have this done as well if it's necessary.
Oh, absolutely. I have a hereditary eye condition called Fuchs endothelial dystrophy. It's also a form of paralysis of the cornea in some ways. And having a transplant, and now that they're able to use one cornea for more than one patient, I'm very proud to have been part of that research in developing that.
I think it's just amazing. What a gift.
It is. Dr. Begg at the Eye Institute. Absolutely amazing people. Well, I won't interrupt your prep any longer. Unless, Nate, you got anything you want me to hear?
Nate is just going to speak with you one moment.
Yes, okay. So I did have another clip I wanted to play. It's have you heard of Iconoclast?
Yes.
Okay, so they played on the Thursday Special Blend show as well, and I clipped out a bit of it here that I was going to play for you as our goodbye. They really rocked the house. I've got an interview coming up here in a few minutes with a local artist, James, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but while I say goodbye to you, I wanted you to hear this, and I will talk to you again very shortly.
All right.
It's been wonderful to catch up.
Now.
Thank you for being on the show, Maria.
Thanks, everybody, for the good wishes.
Happy holidays.
Talk to you when I get back. Oh, thanks. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you all.
Lots of love. Bye for now.
Bye, Barb. Thanks so much.
For this fundraiser, CK Studio.
All right, I'm going to bring you into the board. You'll be able to hear a song that I'm playing, but no one will hear you until I say hi, okay? Anything specific you wanted to talk about? I know you have your show coming up. I'll get all the details of you on the air, just like and then I'm going to put it into the playlist, and then we'll play the song as you wish. And all right, I'll talk to you in about, let's see, how much time is it? About 3.5 minutes.
Do you play?
I can read music and play a little bit of piano.
Do you sing?
I can, definitely. I haven't really done it much in a while, but I grew up, I was born in church and practiced singing the 3 parts of alto, soprano, and tenor from sheet music since I was young.
Wow.
But I had fun at this sing-along with that Chris brought me to.
So I think next Monday's Christmas Day, so I won't be here.
I figured. Most people are taking the day off, but I will. I'll be here. I'll figure out what I'm doing. I've got a little bit of stuff to play, and I'm excited for New Year's one, because that's right after, the week after. You know, I'll be the first live show of the year on the radio station.
So you're coming in like 6 or something? You're
Pardon?
coming in at 6 o'clock or something?
6:30. I usually get here around 7:30. I leave my home at 6:30.
Oh, you mean it's going to be just at 8 o'clock?
Yeah, it's the regular show, but that's the first live show of the year.
Oh, okay. So Chris doesn't come in anymore on Monday?
Not really. He was kind of mostly just here to get the show started, and like he promised Mary that he wouldn't like take on a whole nother show. So coming in every morning on Monday would not be keeping that promise. It was more to just to jumpstart it.
I guess it gives a lot of his life to the station.
Yeah.
And singing, so I guess Mary was not seeing enough of him.
This was a pretty great show. It was played at it was the last show of the night, but unfortunately it was a little bit hot. I couldn't use the board audio because the singing was too hot. It was clipping, so I had to use my on-camera, which turned out okay. It's not as good as CA and Sonny. Alright, I'm going to come into the... That was Iconoclast live at the Rainbow Bistro for the Thursday Blend show we had a few weeks ago. Now on this show I have James Samimi Farr. Is that how you pronounce your name, James?
That's right, yeah.
Alright, and you go by a different name though when you were talking about the music. It was Daguerreotypes?
Daguerreotypes, that's
Daguerreotypes.
right.
Tell me a little bit about your music, and I see you've written quite a few songs here.
Yes. Yeah, I've been writing songs since I was 14 years old. And I think over that period now, it's been about 20 years, I guess now. I've written over 105, so I like to think I've learned a few things about my craft and my practice, but essentially it's a way to channel a passion for life into an object that where that passion can't be extinguished.
Yeah, that's. I was listening to the couple of the songs that you sent me when I was setting up the show, and I really was like, "Wow, this one is really good." I really identify with what you're saying here.
Thank you.
You have a show that's coming up. Let's see, what was the date of that? The 23rd, I think it was.
Yeah, that's right. The 23rd in Chelsea, Quebec, at La Fabsor Mill, which is this newer venue that's opened up in Chelsea. It used to be this church that I did nursery school at. I grew up in Chelsea, Quebec myself.
Okay, yeah, I was over there a few weeks ago. It's a beautiful, beautiful area. Actually, I was there right when all of the leaves changed, and Maria took my other co-host that was on earlier. She brought me over to the different lakes, and we drove all around Gatineau Park right when the leaves are changing, and looked at all of the beautiful, beautiful landscapes, and it's a wonderful place. I really like it.
Yeah. There's no place quite like it. I've discovered. I've had a lot of opportunities to move around in different places in the world, and yet something continues to pull me back toward home.
Yeah, I don't blame you there. It's a wonderful place. When I was young, we used to go up, my family, every fall and walk some of the trails up to I believe the Champlain Lookout and different areas around there. So it's I've kind of missed it because I hadn't done that in a few years since most of my family moved back to the States. I was really happy when Maria took me up there. So you've got a couple of songs. Did you want? Which one would you like to play first? And tell me a little bit about it before we play it.
Yeah, why don't we listen to Take a Great Notion first? This is a song, it derives its chorus from a very old song, Goodnight Irene by the great Lead Belly, and it poses a different sort of set of questions in that song, but one's related to them.
Alright, I'll play that. We're listening to CKCU FM 93.1 in Ottawa. This is Take a Great Notion. Chris connected us via email. Which line are they calling in on?
The second. I usually just say the second because the other one might be the news.
What time are they calling?
2:45. I arranged this about 10:30 because I haven't been to any plays, but I bought a whole lot of things I can talk about that's coming up, but you know, at least I've got somebody live.
Wow, I love the way that sounds. It's
Thank
the
you.
acoustic guitar is one of my favorite styles of music to listen to, and it just kind of resonates with me the way you played it there. I think it probably reminds me of my
glad to hear
dad.
that.
He plays guitar a lot like that, and I haven't seen him much lately. Now that he's moved out to Pennsylvania, I only see him on the phone, and I don't really ever listen to him play music anymore. And yeah, I think that's probably why I like it so much.
Right, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about writing that song and what you were thinking about.
Oh, well, you know, I think maybe the only constant in human life in some ways is, you know, suffering in some respects. And I think the way that we try and negotiate that and mitigate that as we move through life is what distinguishes our character. And that was a song that was written when I was observing the suffering of somebody else close to me and trying to make sense of it for them. One of the beautiful things about songwriting is that you can kind of capture an experience and give it sense and sensibility, even if in the moment it doesn't have that sensibility and that understanding escapes you.
So true, yeah. Like you can often feel kind of helpless when you see someone else, especially someone you care about, going through a hard time, and there's nothing you can really do about it. And I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
Your other song.
So this song was an offering of compassion to that person.
Yeah, that's a really, I appreciate that. You had a second song here that you gave me, Singing Knife. That one was the first one I listened to, and it really resonated when you played that. I thought, wow, I kind of, I've gone through a similar situation. I feel like maybe not exactly the one that you were experiencing when you wrote it, but I mean, it felt like something that someone would go through, and I really resonated with it. Words are kind of failing me on this one. All right, do you want to talk a little bit about it?
Yeah, maybe the only thing to say that feels appropriate is that, you know, when a knife is moving at great speed through the air, there's a song that it has. It sings in itself in the same way that when you swing an axe, it makes a whistling sound, even as you move through it. I think maybe that's the best way to introduce this song.
All right, yeah. Before we play that, I do want to remind people that you have a show coming up, and if you haven't heard already, there's a show coming up in Chelsea. I just had it on my screen here. Can you tell it to us again, just so that people know?
Yeah, it's December 23rd, Saturday at 8 p.m. at La Fab-sur-Mill in Chelsea, Quebec.
All right. Well, I am running a little short on time, so I'm going to have to let you go as we play this song. And I want to thank you so much for being on the show today, and I appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
All right. I'll play it out here, and you'll be able to hear it a little bit, but I'm going to have to drop off with the phone call shortly after that. That's the wrong one. I just played that one. Let me fix that. There we go. Sorry about that. Oh, I pushed the wrong button. Yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to hang up on you like that. I just want to say thanks again. And yeah, I switched to the correct song. I started playing the second one again. All right. Send me any updates you have, like for new shows, for new songs and stuff like that, and I'll keep you in rotation on the show, okay? Alright, I'll talk to you again soon. I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with. Alright, bye-bye. We have... This one isn't so long. Perfect, okay. I'm going to talk about the upcoming events until your guy calls in. Perfect. I love the way those songs sound. Well, that's something I started last week, is if you don't know, on the CKCU FM website, if you go to ckcufm.com, on the top of the right-hand side, there's a little button that says Events. And we got a great listing of events coming up here, so I'm going to read off the ones that are coming in the next few days. First one we have here is on December 19th. We have one called Crisis Party, Passenger Princess, Lazy Brats, Big Now. This is at the House of Targ, and that's a 19 plus event. $15 at the door, $10 with a donation to the Ottawa Food Bank. After that, we have Jennifer Castle for the Winter Solstice Tour at 8 p.m. on Wednesday, December 20th, live on Elgin, 220 Elgin Street. That's a special guest to be announced, all ages, license 19 plus. And one more we got coming up here, Winchester Warm and Oktoberman at Irene's Pub. Price for that one is $20, and that one will be a lot of fun, it looks like here. There's a lot more details on the CKCU-FM website, but we've got another guest ready on the phone here, and Barb is going to talk to them and find out what they've got coming up for us. Hey, Barb.
Good morning. At the moment, I have Julian Armour on the phone. He's the artistic director of Music and Beyond. And there's a wonderful concert coming up on Thursday. Julian, would you like to tell us about this concert?
Yeah, this is always a joy for us to do. Every year, we put on Christmas with Music and Beyond. It's always on the winter solstice, so it's always on the 21st of December, which, as you all know, is the shortest day of the year or the longest night. And we fill it with really beautiful music, a range of Baroque and more traditional Christmas music, festive music. You won't hear jingle bells at this concert. It's a range of really joyful music. And this year we have kind of one of the biggest stars that we've had on this concert, the wonderful soprano Karina Gauvin, who's just such a great singer. We also have a choir. We have the Chellis Academy Ensemble, conducted by Ottawa's Matthew Larkin, which is a really fine choir, and a number of string players. We have a trumpet player from the Montreal Symphony coming up. So a really nice variety of music.
Yes, and it's going to be held at the what's it called again? The Dominion Chalmers Centre.
Well, yes, it's the Carleton Dominion Chalmers Centre. So Carleton has acquired it and manages it. So it's a beautiful space. It really is a gorgeous space. It'll seat a lot of people, which is good because this is always a really popular concert. And it's got a beautiful organ and a beautiful piano, and we're bringing in a harpsichord. So there'll be a lot of variety.
You've made a huge contribution to music to the scene here in Ottawa. And
oh, well, thank you. Yeah.
You have also drawn people from around the world to come to here to Ottawa for summer for the music. That you actually was the kernel of the idea of bringing concert music and music in the summer to Ottawa.
Right. I mean, when I first moved to Ottawa, the prevailing wisdom was that there was really no interest in classical music in the summer, and there wasn't that much music around overall. There was the Jazz Festival, which has been probably the longest running music festival, and they were doing great stuff, and they've grown to even greater heights. And then in 1994, I started the Chamber Music Festival, the Blues Festival started up, the Folk Festival started up, and year after year, we've just seen the summer explode. And Ottawa's such a beautiful city in the summer. It's incredible that people don't stay here, I always thought. So people are sticking around, they're going to festivals, and we're attracting people from all around the world. I mean, it's incredible. Our website gets visits from 142 different countries in the world. So it's the draw for cultural tourists is really powerful.
Yes, and we'll ask the listeners to mark their calendars for July the 4th to the 17th, where it's Music and Beyond Summer Festival in 2024.
Yeah, it's a big festival, and a lot of people get the dates, they mark their calendars, they take their vacations, and they just go to concerts because we have them throughout the day for 14 days straight. We're actually the longest running festival of all of the major music festivals. So it's a great time, and we put on a lot of different concerts from Renaissance music all the way through to music that's being written today.
And the benefit of these festivals is you often see people sitting on chairs lining up, and friends are made for life just waiting to listen to the music.
Oh, it's incredible. We have, I hear stories of people getting together. They have reunion parties for all the people that they hang out with at Music and Beyond. I've met couples who met at our concerts and are now married. So it's a lot of, a lot of different. It's a really great social event for sure. It's a great way to meet other really interesting people.
Yes. So you've been given many awards over time, like for example the Lieutenant Governor's Awards for the Arts. You were Newsmaker of the Year from the Sprott School of Business going way back, but so many wonderful things you've contributed, and you teach and you examine. Imagine you turning down scholarship for conducting.
Well, that was a long time ago, and I just graduated. I was going to do a master's degree at Juilliard, and my teacher actually died, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do, so I did an audition. I got offered a conducting assistantship in Toronto, which was really exciting, but I thought, I really want to just play the cello for a while and really get used to that, and the National Arts Centre offered me a nice job, and, so I did that for 12 years, and in that period, then I started the Chamber Music Festival, so it's been a pretty exciting ride for sure.
Do you think you will do any conducting in the future?
Oh, here and there a little bit, not too much. I think at this point we're seeing now a lot of really great Canadian conductors, and if an opportunity comes up, I'll probably do a little bit, but it's not really a big part of my plans. I want to continue playing the cello and really making sure Music and Beyond runs really, really well.
Do you write music?
I arrange a lot. I occasionally write, but I do a lot of arranging.
Yeah, so at the moment we have to remind our listeners to attend on Thursday night, which is the summer solstice, and to really, really enjoy this wonderful concert that you've arranged with, as you mentioned before, the special soprano Karina Gauvin. So it's 7:30, Carlton Dominion Chalmers Centre, and we have people from Ottawa such as Matthew Larkin. And where do the proceeds go? I was very happy to read this.
Well, our main mission is to really introduce new people to classical music, and we put a priority on introducing young people to music. So this Christmas concert has always been a fundraiser for our various initiatives that link young people in music. So it's all, you'll hear a great concert, and it all goes to a really great cause.
Right. So the last thing I think we should mention is the Passion of St. John.
Well, yeah, we did. There's a wonderful Quebec group, and they just did a Messiah. We brought them in to perform the Messiah. They're called L'Harmonie des Saisons, and they've won a couple of Junos. They're really, really wonderful. And right on Bach's birthday, on March 21st, they're doing a St. John Passion. So that'll be a very, very special event. So, and it's hard. It takes a lot of work. You've got to get a great choir and all kinds of great soloists and a great orchestra together. And it's a big deal to put something like that together. So we don't hear the Bach Passions that often here in Ottawa. So this is a great opportunity. If you like the music of Bach, and who doesn't, this is really a great opportunity to hear it played at really the highest level.
And that's March 21st, 7:30 at Southminster United Church. So I'd like to thank you for being with us today, Julian, and thank you for all the music that you have gathered to form here in Ottawa.
Well, it's my pleasure. Thank you for talking about this concert. I hope everybody can come.
Yes, and it's the Christmas concert at the Carlton Dominion Chummers Centre, 7:30 Thursday, winter solstice. Do go along. You'll be entranced. It'll be the most wonderful evening. What a way to spend a long night.
Exactly. It's beautiful, and we're going to light it up with beautiful colored lights, and it's going to be quite lovely.
Thank you so much, Julian. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you. Thanks so much.
Hey Julian, I've just noticed here that we have Music and Beyond Festival on YouTube. I was going to play Day 7. Does that sound like a good idea?
Sure, absolutely. I'm proud of all of them. Absolutely.
That's the one that had your name on it, so I'm going to, or at least that's the first one that came up when I Google searched. So I don't play that. Thanks for being on the show.
What's the piece on it? What's the piece?
Es ist ein Ross?
Es ist ein Rose. Yeah, that.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Another one might be the very first one, the Jesu Joy of Man's Desiring, because I'm playing on that too, and it's with the Chalice Academy Ensemble, and the trumpet player there. Everybody who they hear is going to be on the concert on the 21st.
Okay, so day 1.
Yeah, day 1. If you've got that, it's just Jesu Joy of Man's Desiring. But if you played that other one, that's beautiful. It's with Dan Taylor, who's a superstar. So you can't go wrong with those two, I think, either one.
Well, I've got day 1 here. I'll play that one for you.
Okay, super.
Thanks again for being on the show.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks so much.
He's done so much for music in the city. This is a good thing for around Christmas too, I guess.
That'll take us right to the end, almost.
And I was a bit stuck today. I got a bit.
Don't worry about it, Barb. Get fine.
I don't usually do that. I guess because I didn't sleep very well last night.
Yeah, well, you emailed me at 1 in the morning, so I'm not surprised that you're a little bit tired. My sleep schedule was all over the place. I slept like half the day yesterday till like 6 p.m. and then I was up till 2 and then took a nap from 2 to 6:30.
Sounds like me. I've got to change that habit though.
Oh.
Because it puts me off a bit. And usually I'm right on, you know.
Yeah. It was a great conversation with Maria. It was a good show today. I'm very pleased.
Good.
I'm always wondering, what am I going to fill it with? There's a little bit of a hole here. How am I going to do this? And I worry too much. It always goes well.
Yeah.
Apparently it's supposed to start raining some more soon. Or heavier.
Do you know what?
Yeah?
Like coming along the canal.
Yeah.
The huge puddles. You could almost plane in your car.
Oh wow.
Coming across from the park, there were these huge puddles and water rushing down to drains. Like, it was amazing. I don't know if it's going to be...
Ever seen that in December before?
Yeah. But like...
Can you imagine if this was snow?
Exactly. And there was a little bit too, you know. So is it the hip operation for...
Yes. She's getting her hip replacement in 2 days.
But the eye operation, that's amazing.
Yeah, I was a little bit worried because it was taking a little longer than we expected to heal.
Yeah.
But
it's revolutionary, like...
Yeah, that we're hoping to do an interview with the doctor in the new year because he's developed this system where they're using the cornea from one person for more than one person through transplant. So, very much looking forward to talking to the doctor about that.
Oh, yes. So I won't be in on Christmas Day.
What about New Year's Day?
I'll probably be here.
All right, okay.
Yeah. So I'll see what I can do, but
Just
wish everyone
keep me apprised.
happy
New Year.
Yeah. Well, I could call in from Toronto if you want, but I
We'll see how
think
it
you'll
goes.
be okay.
Yeah, show us over here. That was day one. J.S. Bach, Jesus, Joy of Man's Desire from the Music and Beyond Festival. Look at wow. Look them up on YouTube. I will leave a link in the playlist on ckcufm.com if you'd like to take a look there. And that's our show. It's been a good one, and I want to thank you for listening. We always appreciate our listeners and everyone that listens to the show and all that. Anyway, we got 10 seconds left before the end of the show, and I want to stay safe out there. It's very rainy. See you again next week. 3, 2, 1. Didn't get to play my...
Did you put in Julian Armour and what's happening at
A little bit.
Alden Dominion Charming?
A little bit, but
Summer, winter solstice, 21st, Thursday, 7:30.
Winter solstice show.
Well, it's Christmas actually.
World Service News is sponsored in part by
Celebration.
I'm looking at the...
This is listener
Oh,
supported
good, you've got it there.
CKCU 93.1
And Julian is the artistic director of Music and Beyond.
Show is done.